Have you ever looked at a problem and thought, wait, what is going on here? Maybe it was a math question, a new idea, or something someone explained too quickly. You look at it again and again, but it still doesn't make sense. Around you, other people start raising their hands and asking questions. They say things like, why does this happen? Or, can you explain that again? And slowly, things begin to make sense for them. But many of us stay quiet. We think, what if my question sounds silly? Or, what if everyone else already understands? So we stay silent, even though our mind is full of questions. And later, when the moment is gone, we often think to ourselves, why didn't I just ask? The truth is something many people forget. Confusion is not a problem. In fact, confusion is often the very first step of learning. When your brain says, I don't get this, it is actually inviting you to explore something new. But here is the interesting part. One small question can completely change everything. Just one. A simple question like, how does this work? Or why does that happen? Suddenly, someone explains it differently. Maybe they draw a picture. Maybe they show an example. And suddenly your brain goes, oh, and now I see. That moment feels like turning on a light in a dark room. And if you think about it, every discovery in the world started the same way, with curiosity. Someone once looked at the sky and asked, what are those stars? Someone looked at nature and wondered, why do things grow? Someone looked at a problem and asked, is there a better way? Questions are powerful because they push our minds to search, explore, and understand. Whenever we face something difficult, we always have two choices. We can stay confused and hope the answer appears, or we can ask and move one step closer to understanding. And very often, the answer we need is already nearby, just waiting for the right question. Something amazing begins to happen when we allow ourselves to be curious. The more questions we ask, the more we learn. And the more we learn, the more interesting the world becomes. Suddenly, learning feels less like a struggle and more like an adventure. Instead of thinking, I can't understand this, we start thinking, I wonder how this works, and curiosity spreads. When one person asks a question, others begin thinking too. Soon the whole room becomes alive with ideas, thoughts, and discoveries. That is how real learning happens, not through silence, but through curiosity. Over time, something else grows inside us. Confidence. We stop worrying about looking silly. We stop being afraid of not knowing. Because we realize something important. Nobody knows everything. The smartest people in the world are not the ones who have all the answers. They are the ones who never stop asking questions. So the next time you feel confused, pause for a moment and listen to that curious voice in your mind. It might be asking, why? Or how? Or what if? Don't ignore that voice. Follow it. Ask the question. Because every big idea, every discovery, and every moment of understanding begins the same way, with curiosity. Ask more, explore more, learn more, and watch how quickly you grow.